For this video, we will talk about studying smart and how you can do it without compromising your social life. Throughout the semester, I joined several extracurriculars, I traveled wherever I want, but I still managed to get an A every single time. I hope with whatever information I give you today, you will start getting A's without even trying. Also, make sure you stay until the end of the video so that you can hear the one piece of information you need that honors students are hiding from you. The first piece of advice that I have is to think like a teacher. Shifting your mindset will really cut your time in half because a teacher's job isn't to make your life any easier. If I want to think like a teacher, the first step I do is to think of the strictest teacher I have ever met in my life. I then list down their features for me to analyze what I observed about them. What were they like? Were they strict on deadlines? Did they expect stellar outputs every single time, even for the tiniest of tasks? After you listed those features down, align yourself to that kind of discipline, and that will be the foundation of thinking like a teacher. I think if you stay and continue to think like a student, worst comes to worst, you will always be stuck in that bare minimum mindset of just passing things mindlessly, saying, this can work, doesn't matter anyway, that kind of stuff. Most of all, you would just want to study what is only within your comfort zone. Next. There are other ways to think like a teacher. First, in taking notes. This is a no-brainer, but it's also nice to kind of review on those types of skills and tasks. Always try to take note of what is not in the PowerPoint. This can be done by skimming your reference material, like your books, or just by listening to what the teacher says during their lectures. The next thing I can think of to think like a teacher is to make your own question banks. Just try to guess what your teacher's preferred test types are. Also, based on the material and the subject you are studying, try to predict how the questions will be stated. In summary, the suggestion I can make for those who are studying applied physics and biology are the following. Course first is problem solving. I suggest you do detailed solutions and to do things step by step, not only because it is organized, but you can also garner marks for that, for your organization and your logic towards your answer. Next, we have case studies. Especially in physics, try researching real-life applications for certain theories and facts and laws. You are studying Newton's laws of motion. Try to think of common examples that most teachers use. You can actually search it as a PDF online, and you start from there. Then you memorize those answers or just analyze it so that it can come easier to you once it is actually included in the test. My second step is to be a leader and take initiative. If you are a leader, you can control the amount of work done by your group mates and yourself. Same goes for group members who are actually dedicated, who take initiative and are just there in order to share their knowledge. I think we need to face the fact that most graded activities nowadays are group works. So instead of complaining like I do from Monday to Friday, I would just take it as an opportunity to grow and to collaborate with others. Most especially, do not let others dictate your grades for you. You can do that by first knowing your members' strengths. If you find for it, you will see that so many people have their preferences based on their skill set. Therefore, avoid mismatching the work among your members. For example, let's take Person A. Person A is great at multimedia editing and has the gadgets to do so. I'm sure Person A will do a faster and better job than if you place that task onto Person B, who has little to no knowledge on editing and doesn't even have the gadgets to help contribute to the group work. Oh my god, there's a bird. Oh my gosh, wait. Anyways, my last tip for this piece of advice is to be kind. But I'm warning you, you need to be a kind leader, not to be a kind babysitter. That means don't do the work for them, don't act like a mom, just let them do what they're supposed to do. If you're too unconfident with them, that doesn't work. You need to let them figure things out. Give them something to be proud about once the output is submitted. And so that also means do not try to replace the work they've done with the work you have, just because you think you were better at doing it than them. At the end of the day, the only thing you can give your members truly are good communication skills and a truckload of forgiveness. And that's even pushing it. Obviously, if they can't do the work, you've told them, it's been 3 weeks, no show, you know what to do. Ink, ink, ink. Ink, ink, ink. Number 3 is to organize your life. Organize everything. The reason why I can study and then go to a party and then travel for 8 hours and more and then study and then ace the tests is because I organize my social events first, then my study sessions. Think a good example I have is every time it's like Thursday to Friday, I would already think of what I want to do that Saturday. So the questions revolve around what will I do this Saturday? How long will I be out? And what am I gonna buy? Let's say I'm on the road from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. I then plan my study sessions before or after the travel itself. So I can study before I leave for 1 hour and a half, or I can study after for 1 hour and a half. Especially when I was new to this idea, it was very pressuring. I really thought I couldn't do it, but I had to push through because that was the lifestyle I wanted. It was pressuring, but as soon as you got a hold of it, it was the only thing I've ever known. The short time that you have can allow you to not waste a single second. Tip number 4, and this is your secret weapon. Create your own opportunities, period. My motto for the past 4 years is you can't and you won't win it all. It just allows me to think less of the number and more on the act of learning itself. I'm losing storage, but basically, talk to your teachers about extracurricular activities. Most top students I know stick to the plan of having connections. Sometimes I do too. I have a problem with that, some sort of problem with that. But, it depends on you whether you want to do it or not. But at the end of the day, you will have connections. And your hard work, I cannot stress this enough. Your hard work would be nothing if no one would be there to nurture your talent. Besides, if you're already putting in the effort, might as well have a mentor guide you into the right direction instead of doing it all alone. I mean, you can do it alone, but just because you could doesn't mean you should. I'm sorry, and also, tough break before my iPhone storage goes full again. Stop sticking with low lives. Don't go on with people who leech from you. Cut them off, and I will talk about that in another video. By thinking like a teacher, taking control, organizing your life, and making your own opportunities, you will find that it's much easier to actually party and study at the same time. I can guarantee with as much practice and patience you have for yourself, you will have a balanced life filled with friends, family, love, as well as academic success. I just want to say before I end this video, it doesn't matter whether you are in high school or in college, don't focus on that one shiny, precious, shimmering thing. Because if you focus too much on that, you will lose other dreams that you don't even know you want yet. You need to give yourself time to know yourself, and you couldn't do that if you keep on focusing on this one point that you think defines you. If you like this video, make sure to hit like and subscribe. I talk a lot, so I might make more videos like this. I found great lighting at home, so I think I'll make more videos. And that's all. Bye, kids!